Hello, welcome back to this session. I'm your host Lorraine Wekesa. Allow me to share with you my screen. Just a moment. Just a moment. Just a moment. Um, there we go. So our topic of today is unemployment. I know we have different definitions of unemployment. Let's say one might define unemployment as lack of having a job or something that provides you with income. But we have a different definition, which is refers to a state where factors of production are readily available and capable of being utilized, but they are either underemployed or unengaged. So basically, this means people have the right skills, but they can't put them into work because there are not enough resources for everybody. So let's talk about the types of unemployment. We begin with the seasonal unemployment. This happens in sectors like tourism, fishing, construction. During peak seasons, demand for labor is high, whereas during off-peak season, there is a drop in demand for labor or demand of labor. So this is self-explanatory. Summertime, where tourists are coming in large numbers, people get to have their jobs, they're employed, but after that period, tourists go home, so people lose their jobs, hence become unemployed. Then another type of unemployment is frictional unemployment. There is the type of unemployment that immobility in the labor forces rather than from lack of demand for labor. This generally means like uh there are jobs, but the jobs are not matching the advertised there are jobs, but the skills are not matching the advertised jobs. The next type of unemployment is general unemployment. This type of unemployment is spread throughout the economy, not in particular regions or only categories of labor. So, like generally, it's vast and large. It doesn't choose a specific place to happen or region. It's a general thing, like can be the whole country. There is open and voluntary unemployment. This occurs when a person is willing to work at the ruling wage rate, but it is not able to secure a job. Many young people are trying to secure jobs. Um, According to my understanding, that means like there are jobs, but there are no permanent jobs. So you get to do it for a while, and then after that period, you go back to square one. Then hidden unemployment, works available to a given workplace. Work available to a given workplace is insufficient of keeping it fully employed, so that some members of the workplace could be withdrawn without loss of output. Then there is the demand deficient or cyclical unemployment. This type of unemployment is associated with the trade cycle. During the recovery and boom phases of the trade cycle, the demand for output and labor is high and unemployment is low. On the other hand, during recession and depression, the demand for output and labor falls. Unemployment rises sharply. Demand deficient unemployment can be relatively long terminator. However, it can be abducted by demand management policies. Sorry about the spellings. Can be abducted by demand management policies. Yeah. Let's see what the next slide has for us. Causes of unemployment. Just a quick idea. Let's say there is rapid population growth. Increase in population leads to unemployment because the population growth is vast and the resources to be utilized is limited. So high population reduces resources, which leads to unemployment. Then seasonal agriculture. We all know agriculture, many people do farming at different times or seasons. So, for example, harvesting is done at a specific time depending on the produce. So, during that time, It's just like the peak season during harvesting. People are employed, but after that, there is no employment. Limited land. Increased population growth leads to insufficient land usage. Land is limited, therefore creating an employment situation for a number of people who depend on agriculture. Then inadequate employment planning. The government does not plan for employment in proportion to the increasing population growth. They're doing their planning for employment in regards to the previous records of population. So this also causes unemployment since population is growing. Yes. Then there is defective education. This whereby um, people learn education where it's knowledge based and classroom based. It's not self-centered where someone can decide to self-employ. So after school, they lack jobs and they don't have an idea of what they want to do. So that leads to unemployment. A continuation on that, there is backward agriculture method. Following old methods for farming, hence cannot feed properly the produce of the farm. This leads to unemployment. Then there is decline of cottage industries. Village or cottage industries are the only means of employment, particularly of the landless people. They depend directly on various cottage industries for their livelihood. But nowadays, these are adversely affected by the industrialization process. It is found that they cannot compete with the modern factories in matter of production, as a result of which the village industries suffer serious loss and gradually closing down, owing to these people who work and remain unemployed and unable to maintain their livelihood. The next thing is how we will manage unemployment. Supporting declining industry with public funds, like to give up maybe loans to industries that are declining so that they can be stable and keep their processes going on to provide employment to people. There is instituting proper demand management policies that increase aggregate demand, including exploiting foreign and regional export markets. This can be done by increasing government expenditure, cutting taxation or expanding the money supply. The next point is promoting the location of new industries in rural areas, which will require an improvement of rural infrastructure. Then reversing rural-urban migration by making rural areas more attractive and capable of providing jobs. This particularly is the case in developing countries where rural non-farm opportunities offer the longest employment opportunities. The next slide is provision of retraining schemes, to keep workers who want to acquire new skills to improve their mobility. Assistance with family relocation to reduce structural unemployment. This is done by giving recreational facilities, schools, and the quality of life in general in other parts of the country, even the provision of financial help to cover moving costs and assist with home purchase. The next point is special employment assistance for teenagers. Many of them leave school without having studied work-related subjects and with little or no experience. Reduction of employee and trade union rates, changing attitude towards work, eliminating the white-collar mentality and creating positive attitudes towards agriculture and other technical vocational jobs. Now, these are questions to go through. Briefly explain how a nation can solve its unemployment process problem. Discuss 5 factors that may contribute to increasing unemployment in a country. That was it for today. I was your host, Lorraine. Till next time. Bye.